Okay, but... Wait! Slow down! We need a plan!
I have a plan. Attack.
Well, that didn't work out, did it?
I said we'd lose. You said we'll do that together too. And guess what, Cap? We lost.
I'm Blacked Out Reviews, and this is my review of Disney's Wish. I gotta tell you, I wasn't like that excited for this movie. I mean, like the trailers look generic. It looked like your basic fairy tale, movie from Disney. But the reason why this is such a disappointment is because this is celebrating 100 years of Disney, and I really feel like this just wasn't exactly what they were really going for. Like, this is basically like a celebration of the Walt Disney Studios. I mean, like, all of their amazing films from over 100 years. This just feels like another generic movie. I feel like they didn't really try hard enough with the concept, with the characters, anything really. But I don't want to be too mean. There are positives to this movie. I'm going to start with that. I think the first and real thing that I loved about this movie was the fact that we actually had a villain for once. Thank you, Disney. We needed a villain. We needed a villain in Strange World. We needed a villain in Encanto. Well, not really Encanto, but still. I think Chris Pine as Magnifico, or whatever, I don't know his name, I kind of forget. But honestly, I think it was a really great villain. He feels like a Disney villain from the 90s that steals every single scene, but there's still a little something that just kind of just doesn't really make him as well as the best. And that's kind of the fact of like, kind of like most of the Disney villains from the 90s is that like, the goal of what they were going for was trying to gain power. Jafar wanted to be a sultan. Ursula wanted, to become like ruler of the sea. And in this movie, Magnifico, he's already the king. He's already the the ruler of the land, so he doesn't really need anything. Like if anything, he just wants like more power. I guess it's not really that big of a motive, I guess you could say. And also, they give him like a backstory in the beginning of the movie. So it's kind of like, I don't really know what they're going for, because you want to have like this 90s classic evil villain, but you also want to have this like sad, tragic backstory like your modern movies. And I'm like, you need to pick a lane, because in the second half of the movie, he just goes all generic, evil, 90s cool villain. Then in the beginning, he's like, guys, we need to feel bad for me. My parents died. My family's dead. And I'm like, what? I don't know, and they say like the evil green magic made him like more evil, and I'm like, what? This is just like Doctor Strange 2, whenever they made Wanda evil, and they were like, it's not Wanda herself, it's the Darkhold, and I'm like, guys, you can't just cop out each and every time you want to have a villain be evil, but not have them seem like they're that bad of a person. But I don't know.
She chose to protect me.
She's holding thousands of people hostage.
And it could have been thousands more if she hadn't put up her own quarantine.
Also, I think a big thing what I brought up with the magic is that they don't really do anything really that cool with the magic. It's like they just turn things big, small, make dresses. I don't know, I feel like they really didn't really do anything that creative, because I remember movies like Aladdin, they did stuff really creative, something that was like spectacular. Princess and the Frog, even with voodoo magic, was so expressive, so like creative, and so like colorful. Here it's kind of like I guess, but that's a negative. Another positive, and this is like a half positive, half negative, so let's put this as like a neutral sign, is the animation. I think the animation is okay. I feel like they really couldn't really decide if they wanted to do like 2D or 3D. It's not like Spider-Verse to where it's like a cool hybrid that mixes well together, because I could really tell that they wanted to do a traditional 2D animation to harken back to old Disney, because even in the beginning they have like the old Walt Disney Studios logo and everything, but I feel like they kind of just cheated and was like, we'll kind of make it 2D. I mean, like, the animation's not bad. I'm happy that they're trying something new from their previous works, but I mean, like, I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. I mean, kind of, but not really. It's okay, I guess. Besides that, with positives, yeah, that's really about it. Negatives wise, here we go. The music is, I don't know what to say, but this music was not hitting for me. It felt too like kids bop, I guess you could say. It felt like it was like intentionally trying to be like a big spectacle for everybody to listen to 24/7. And I'm not saying Disney hasn't done that before, but I mean, like, you could really tell that they're trying. I feel like they don't have like, like the real like traditional theatrical feel like other movies that made them so beloved. Here it's just like, hey guys, we made a real banger for you. You want to buy our soundtrack? You want to listen to it on Spotify?
Want a break from the ads? Want a break from the ads?
I mean, like, even like Magnifico's song is like, it just feels too intentionally, like, you know, like safe. It feels too, I don't know, because like with Scars Be Prepared, it feels so evil, so vile, but with Magnifico it feels kind of just safe and not really as like, I feel like it could have gone more, it could have expanded upon it. I don't know. And also with like things that are kind of just tired and played out, Asha, oh my god, Asha is so incredibly dull. I need to make a video or something if I could just remember this, but Asha is, I think, I'm at the breaking point with these adorable, quirky female protagonists in Disney movies, because it was cool and Tangled. That was like the start of it. But now, we're not, where are we going, Disney? With Asha, she doesn't really have like a character besides the, guys, I'm so quirky, LOL, you know? And I mean, like, I feel like she's not giving me enough to work with here. I feel like there's something more. I mean, I liked her dedication and drive to make people happy, but besides that, that's just like just generic good guy things, you know what I mean? And with that, I'm gonna get into her sidekick, because, you know, all these Disney characters have sidekicks. The goat. Oh, ooh, the goat.
Unsanded mahogany.
Oh, good find, Valentino.
My butt found it.
Here we go.
He is not the goat. I love Alan Tudyk. I think he plays such incredible, amazing recent Disney characters. But this one, it's just not funny. And it's not because of him, it's because of the writing. I liked the goat when he didn't talk. But in this, he's like, oh, my butt found this. And I'm like, who are you trying to impress, Disney? Come on. Like, sometimes, like, these, like, cute characters, sometimes they're funny when they don't talk. Sometimes they're more lovable when they don't say anything. And that's why I think a lot of people love characters like R2-D2 and Baby Yoda, just because we don't know what they're saying, so we just picture it in our minds. But in this, it's like, what are we doing here, guys? And I guess we'll just do the other characters as well. The Queen is just like, whatever, just it's whatever. Like, that's like a nothing burger, I guess. With her friends, I guess we could call them friends. They're like, I can't even remember any of their names. The only one I could like kind of remember was like the short sassy one, and he was funny. But besides that, it was just like, where are we going with this? And overall, I feel like that just isn't like a good representation for Disney's 100th anniversary, because they have all these like cheap references to other Disney movies that are far better than this. And I'm like, guys, you can't just copy your homework and just pretend that you're gonna get a good grade for this. Like, what, you think people are gonna be like, oh my god, guys, it's that one thing, this movie's fantastic now? It's like, yeah, sure, it's good whenever you make like a subtle reference, but I feel like there's like a fault to where it just got a little bit too annoying, just a little bit. But I really don't know what to say about this movie. This is just like, what are we doing? I feel like Disney right now really does, it can't have a movie like this right now, especially with how bad of a year they've had. I mean, like, this movie's making me love Elemental more. I know I already like it, but this, I'm loving Elemental more and more with this. I'm giving this movie like a 5 out of 10. This is, you need to go back to the drawing board, Disney. I'm not talking about the animators. I'm talking about the company and everything else. Alright, that's about it. I wish this was a better movie. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Please support me on Patreon. And yeah, that's about it.